During days 5, 6, and 7 of True Solo, a lot happens. Our goal is to get a new mana to replace the one that we lost in the last episode due to an unlucky fatal error crash during PvP. These days had a good bit of PvP action and even a little revenge story on a group of stream snipers, so I hope you guys enjoy. Viewers recommended to me that I go out to Crystal Isles and scout out in the ocean for some platforms and rafts, so I decided that I would go do that. I actually had the idea of doing this anyway, and I decided, yeah, I might as well go and do it. And turns out I was actually on the server of these stream snipers that were stream sniping me earlier. If at any point you found yourself enjoying the video, make sure to like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe, as only about 20% of my viewers are actually subscribed. Our next subscriber goal is to reach 10k, and I know we can get there, so I hope you all enjoy. I saw this guy on a mana who kept swimming down to Mushroom Cave, and it was very suspicious, so I followed him down, and it turns out he was going to upload. So I went to go wait for him to upload, and it was very difficult for me to see him at the ob because of all these little glowing mushroom flower things, and I could barely see him, so I was just jumping up and down. I really didn't know where the fuck he was, and even after watching the clip back, I still don't know where he was, but we end up killing him anyway, and we don't really get the mana, unfortunately, which is what I was after, because I still needed a mana. You know, we do get the kill, so it's still pretty good. Yeah, so turns out this was his server. Remember this guy? He appeared in day 2 when I was taming the Crystal Wyvern and he grabbed me with his stalker. Because I was his friend at this time, I tried to tell him that if I found his base on the server, I would leave it alone and I wouldn't stream it. So when I entered this cave, all he did was show up. He never actually told me, and he was in my voice chat when I was streaming. So the thing is, he knew where I was, but he didn't tell me that he knew. He might ask, why do I kill him anyway? And it's because he asked me to kill him. So it's like, alright, whatever. I guess we're just gonna fight it out then. Please don't go and harass or bully these people that are seen in the clips, because I know stream sniping is bad and I did get clapped pretty hard, but that's no reason to go and, you know, bully them. I mean, they're just young. It's just a game, so don't go and attack these people or harass them if you see them.
No, 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 no.
What happens next is where the real revenge story begins to kick off. I stop recording here, and my viewers are telling me to go back and go and get the loot. So I make a bad decision of heading back into the cave, and when I went back in, he had another tribe mate waiting for me on a Bloodstalker who also happened to be in the call, but was muted. Using their knowledge of my position, they were able to kill me. My death was still my own fault, but what bothered me the most about my death here was how much deception needed to be used to actually take me down. After losing my last mana and kit as a solo, a lot of people would give up here, but I never give up that easily. With no gear left and only some flak and a wyvern in upload, I headed to Red Obelisk to pull out my last high-level wyvern I tamed as a backup on day 4. Their base had been compromised on my stream, so they had to move fast, and with a streak of luck I spotted their gas bag heading to Red Obelisk. I was on the wyvern, which is my least practiced tame in PvP, and everything relied on this pick. I could not mess this up. Once I de-rendered him, there was no way he could catch me. I had won. Despite the fact that I had lost a mana, I came out with more than I went in with. I decided I was going to resort to some good old obelisk camping, and I felt like that was probably one of the best ways I could get a mana right now, because I never ended up getting anyone from like any other things that happened in this video, I never ended up getting a new mana. So I'm like, okay, well, Rag PvP, there tends to be a lot of mana, so I figured I'd go and try and see if I can get a hold of one, but all I seem to get is owls, and owls are great, but I mean, they're not that fast, and I really want something that's fast as fuck, because that's what I need to scout with. At this point, I've been watching this owl for a little bit, and I didn't think that he'd start freeze bombing randomly around the ob, which is really weird. I don't see people do that. I guess it's sort of smart, but it's also kind of stupid at the same time, because people will hear that shit and they'll come. But I mean, he's just jumping around and ends up freezing me, and he sees me. And then I show a little trick here that if you didn't know, this is a good way to bowl people in certain situations, and it is pretty nice. I randomly went to a Crystal Isles because I was kind of bored, and I was taming an Ember Wyvern for some reason, even though I don't even like them very much. And I happened to be right above a dude who cross-clicked his mana when he spawned in, so that's pretty funny. And he thought I was a wild wyvern, so luckily he didn't end up interfering with the tame. And once the tame was done, I just flew down there and started fucking killing him.